もっと俺を楽しませろ、オルロック。最後まで手を抜くなよ。
He said that line in Orlok's route. I think it didn't matter, like all three routes.
すぐに終わらせる。
Just don't die, sweetheart, don't die. Ooh, what a shot. Their blades clashed to a halt, sending an ear-piercing clang through the air. Their eyes made contact as they glared at one another. Yang took the initiative.
Ha!
Yang forcefully parried Orlok's dagger. Orlok jumped backwards, then lowered his body to charge at Yang. But then, uh-oh.
さあ、どう出る?
Yang wasn't facing Orlok anymore. What? He turned in my direction, then threw his blade straight at me. He had to chuck that thing so hard for it to make a damn difference. Orlok quickly moved toward me and nicked the flying blade with his dagger. The blade changed direction, grazing my arm and landing next to me. Before we knew it, Yang was already behind Orlok. No, I did not want that to happen. No, Orlok. No, you better not. Oh no, it's a wrap. No! No! I don't even want to read this! No! That, fuck. Blood spewed from his impaled chest.
逃げて。あなただけでも。
Orlok pleaded with me to escape as I sat there with Dante in my arms. Why is he? Orlok was still trying to protect me despite being close to death. Is it because I'm the key maiden? He's willing to throw his life away for it? Is the relic more important than life? Emotions boiled inside me, burning my heart. Lily, if you was about that life, you pick up that sword that was right next to you and you aim, you try something. No, Orlok. All I could do was watch on as Orlok tried to protect me. Yang didn't give another look at the bleeding Orlok and strode toward me. He pulled out the blade from the ground and headed back. To Orlok, now crawling on the ground. No! Shoot him! Shoot him! I don't know, Orlok may not be able to live through that. No! Yang's earlier excitement was no longer apparent as he continued kicking Orlok. Dante, shoot him! Or give me the gun!
楽しい遊びの最中だというのに、他に気を向けるか。
No!
つまらんな。全くもって興ざめだ。お前には期待していたのだが。
No!
俺が女を狙うとは思いもしなかったか。戦慮に過ぎる。
Shoot him! Oh. Yang sounded irritated and began to stab Orlok repeatedly. Oh, God. You monster! I couldn't look at the horror unfolding before me. I needed to run, but my body wasn't moving. Then shoot his ass! Suddenly, Dante placed his hand on my shoulder. Dante? What? Dante whispered into my ear. I took what was in Dante's hand, then nodded in agreement. He slowly stood up again and called out to Yang, who was continuing with his atrocities.
いい加減にしろや。 すでに息はない。それ以上は死者への冒涜だ。
ああ、もう死んでいたか。まったくもって人間は壊れやすいな。俺の退屈を紛らわす役にも立たん。
Yang stared at Dante.
お前はどうだ、ファルツオネ。もっと俺を楽しませてくれるか。
Dante quietly pointed his gun. The battle commenced once more. Gunshots resounded through the air. None of the bullets even scathed Yang. Yang was still bleeding from the wound he incurred, but he was still moving as fast as ever. Dante, though, was suffering from his wounds, getting slower and losing precision with each passing moment.
お前も俺を退屈させるのか。これではすぐに終わってしまうな。
Oh no! Wounds appeared across Dante's body each time Yang swung his blades. They closed in again for the third time. What? Yang pushed Dante back with the flat end of his blade. Dante lost his hold and fell down onto the ground! Yang stepped on Dante's legs to prevent him from moving away. Uh-oh, we got a CG. Oh my god, look at Yang's face. Jesus. Despite the obvious disadvantage, Dante pointed his gun toward Yang. The gun was moving about, unable to keep its target, at which Yang began to laugh.
足りんな。渇望しろワルツを。でなければ俺を殺すことなどできん。
Yang's eyes glared like a beast's.
だがこれで終わりだ。お前は死ぬ。望んだ女も町も守りきれず。なあ。
Yang pulled his blade back to stab Dante, when all of a sudden, ooh! I pulled the trigger. Yeah! I hope you got him square across the head. Like, give him a lobotomy. What? If he turned toward you, you didn't hit him in the head. He turned toward me, surprised at the gunfire. For a second, he let his guard down. Ooh! You should have got him in the head. Whatever. In that very moment, Dante shot Yang right in the chest. He could live through that. Yang was spewing blood through his chest, or from his chest. Yeah, he was laughing with joy. That was for Orlok.
温室育ちのお坊ちゃんかと思ってい
That's
た
why I
が。
said you should have shot him in the head. That's just me, though.
楽しませてくれる。だがまだ足り。もっとだ。
Okay, unload the chamber. Shoot, we got all day.
いや、終わりだ。
Oop. The next moment, a bullet bored through Yang's head. I'm sorry. I usually would like be, oh my god, no, but no, Yang deserved it. I'm sorry. He should not have did that to Orlok. If you're gonna kill him, just kill him and be done with it. But no, he had to defile my little string bean's body. I'm so upset. But he deserved it. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. What the fuck? Yang's bloody blade slipped out of his hand. He crumpled onto the ground with that same mad smile on his face. Is it finally over? My hand was numb from pulling the trigger. Oh, what? I'm thinking Lily shot him. All I did was shoot up into the air. I didn't shoot at Yang. But what I did led to someone's death. I couldn't stop my hands from shaking. You could have done that to save Warlock. Dante walked towards me and embraced me gently.
よくやった。
But you didn't kill him. You didn't do anything, so don't carry that burden on you. He patted me on the head to console me, then apologized quietly.
それからすまなかった。
I'm just surprised by the impact from pulling the trigger. I never shot a gun before. I responded as boldly as possible so that I could show a strong front to Dante. Dante could see I was feigning bravery and chuckled.
あ、そうだな。
I tried to respond to Dante, but then, oh yeah. Huh? Dante? Uh-oh. Dante's body slowly sagged onto me, and I felt his full weight coming down. Ah! I didn't have the strength to hold Dante up. I fell onto the ground with him. He's not breathing properly. He's still bleeding from his wound. No! Uh-oh. Oh my god, are you serious? I need to take him to a doctor now. I can't let him go like this. I looked up and saw the sky covered in grayish clouds. Then rain began to fall. This is the good ending, right? Staying out here would only make matters worse. But I'm not strong enough to carry Dante. What should I do? Or what should I? I looked around helplessly when I noticed the loud shoe clothing. Yeah, I don't know what the hell these dudes were doing. Like, y'all could have ensured Gang's victory. I don't know. Man.
ヤンが死んだなんて信じらんねえな。
It'd be funny if they were like, well, good words, I didn't like that bastard to begin with.
せめてお前の首はいただいて帰るぜ、
Yeah.
パルツォーネ。ヤンの敵だ。そう焦るな。お前らの相手はこの俺だ。
There in front of me stood Gil and Nicola, surrounded by their men. Why could this god be? Okay, he managed to. They're with us. Oh god. Why are you both here?
説明は後だ、シニョリーナ。
The loud shoes of the Dante roared. They clashed head on.
君も手伝って。せめて雨をしのごう。
Right. Nicola lent his shoulder to Dante so that he could lift him up. I tried my best to prop up Dante by lifting up his other shoulder, and we headed toward the ruins. We placed Dante next to the altar.
ダンテの止血をしてあげて。僕は外でギルバートたちに加勢してくる。
But why, Nicola? I thought you left the Falzone family. Girl, you're gonna find out. Don't worry.
もし生きて町に戻れたら全部話すよ。だから。お願いだ、リリアーナ。僕たちが戻るまで、どうかダンテを死なせないで。
Nicola. I immediately tended to Dante's wounds as Nicola walked away. I need to stop his bleeding now. I tore my shawl and used it as a bandage to wrap around his wounds. I took Dante's bloody clothes off and twisted them to use more as more bandages. Huh? I felt a sharp pain in my hand. It looks like the blade yanked through grazed my hand too. I felt another sharp pain in my heart, seeing the blood roll along the side of my hand. Just being grazed hurts this much. I couldn't fathom how much pain Dante was in now. The blood from my hand dripped down into the pool of blood seeping from Dante. Dante, please don't die on me. Without laying another eye on my wound, I continued to try and stop Dante's bleeding. I looked up, feeling cold drips of water coming from above the altar. A leak? The water wasn't dripping from the ceiling. It looked like the font near the altar was overflowing. Font, a basin inside a church that is filled with water and blessed by priests. People touch this holy water and form a sign of a cross as an expression of their faith and to renew their baptismal promise. I thought it was empty the last time we checked. The drops of water were clear and beautiful. I can't use the water on his wounds since it could cause an infection, but I guess I could use it to wipe his face. I dipped a clean end of my shawl into the water in the font. Dante. I gently wiped the dry blood from Dante's face, then wiped the blood on his lips. Wiped off the blood on his lips. After intensively tending to Dante's wounds, his bleeding stops. Magically. What the hell? Dante, you're alive.
不思議と少し楽になった。お前がそばにいるからか。
His voice sounded a lot stronger than before. Dante, thank God. I wiped the tears from my eyes with the back of my hand. Dante's complexion had a lot more color. His breathing seemed to return to normal. Well, that must have been holy water then. Then all of a sudden, he died. I'm just kidding. I heard footsteps approaching.
大変そうだね。元気だったかい?
Emilio! He suddenly appeared in front of us.
今の俺が元気そうに見えたか。
What about Orlok? I'm not sure if Dante's glare was because of the pain or because of Emilio's question.
罪のない挨拶のつもりだったけれど、確かに愚問だね。気分を害したのなら謝るよ。
Why are you... Oh, excuse me, my voice. Why are you here, Emilio? Wait, how did you get in here? The Visconti and the Lao Shu are fighting outside.
それは答えても意味がない質問だよ。君たちには価値のない情報だ。
だとしたら何の用だ、エミリオ。お前は何のためにここへ来た？
言っただろ。印が色づく頃、またここにおいで。
Emilio gave a smile like that of a playful child.
僕は君たちのことを待っていたんだよ。君たちだってそれを覚えていたからここに来たんじゃないのかな。
印というのはやはり彼女のあざのことだったのか。
その通り。そして彼女の印が色づいたということは、君が紛れもなくファルツォーネの正当な後継者であることも示している。
What do you mean? How would my mark prove Dante's blood? I had no no clue what he was talking about. Emilio looked at me and responded gently. You two made love.
生異物の封印を解くために必要なのはファルツォーネの血を持つ者と鍵の乙女の存在。君たちはそう思っていたようだけれど、実はそれだけでは足りないんだ。セキュリティは二重になっているんだよ。ここに眠っているのはそれほどまでに大切なものだからね。
Emilio continued to speak without any change in expression.
ファルツォーネの正当な後継者と鍵の乙女が結ばれた
He
時
put it more tastefully than I did, but pretty much, yeah, you two need to have sex.
乙女の印は濃く色づき、初めて君たちは封印を解く資格を得た。
Yeah, I'm getting, what is it? Fate Stay Night tease with that, but go on. By united, you don't mean...
ヨタ話だな。
As I stood there, confused by what he said, Dante looked distrustfully at Emilio. Emilio replied calmly.
否定しても彼女の印は色づいているよ。
Emilio, freaky, he's like a
心当たりもあるだろ。
church boy. I tell you, those church boys are really, really freaks. They're freaks in hiding. No.
祭壇の聖水盤は一人でに満ちた。これもまた君たちの血が資格を得た証。聖水盤は秘跡を行うのに欠かせないもの。これで君たちは聖異物の封印を解ける。
Dante was quietly listening to Emilio, who spoke with a childish smile.
おめでとうダンテ。聖異物は君のものだよ。それを手にして峡谷と取引をするといい。
Oh, yay, a corpse.
もっともファルツォーネの脅威はほとんどすべて取り除かれているけれどね。ラオ州の首領はすでに死んだ。表の残党もギルバート・レッドフォードたちによって間もなく型がつくだろう。そうそう、ラオ州に加担していた峡谷の一派もじきに処分されることに決まったよ。
Ooh, excuse me. They don't play. They said anybody who's helping the Lao Shu, they just gonna get clapped. Just like that. So, I mean, if... Look... shit. So, let's just say if Orlok lived, would he ultimately be exterminated because he was helping under the guise of Roseburg? Well, I mean, like, in one ending... I don't know who's it. I think it might have been Yang's ending, where Emilio snatched up Orlok before it was too late with Roseburg. So I don't know. I just hate that my baby got slaughtered, basically. Orlok didn't deserve that. Exterminated. If you could do that, why wasn't that done much sooner? Seeing my frustration by his reply, Emilio let me read that again. Seeing my frustration by his reply, Emilio frowned slightly for the first time.
それができればよかったんだけれど、
Yeah.
簡単なことではなくてね。
It wouldn't made the plot as spicy as it is now.
峡谷の中にも政治というものがあるんだ。今回の件について言えば、僕たちはしばらく事態を静観するしかなかった。僕だって心苦しくは思っていたんだよ。峡谷の聖職者の中でも伝承を知る者は少ない。時代が移り変わるにつれ、知っていても信じないものさえ出てきた。 何せファルツォーネが墓守になってから2000年近くも経つわけだからね。教国がファルツォーネの後ろ盾である必要性を改めて問う意味でも静観が必要だったんだ。
Emilio spread his arms out wide as if giving his blessing, then spoke in a grand tone.
ファルツォーネは正当な墓守であり、この地の支配者であると再び示された。聖水盤に満ちた水は何よりの証だ。傷は楽になったよね、ダンテ。それこそ生物がもたらす奇跡の力だ。
Now that he mentions it, Dante's blood seemed to clot Dante's blood seemed to clot from the moment I wiped his face using the water from the font. At this point, I couldn't deny that the water possessed a mysterious power. Maybe Dante drank a small bit of water when I was wiping his lips. Dante was still not letting his guard down against Emilio. He glared at him sharply still. Dante slowly opened his mouth.
ファルツォーネの正当性が再び教国に認められたのであれば、わざわざ俺が聖遺物を手にして一族の権威を証明する必要はないはずだ。
Emilio blinked with a blank look on his face. He then gasped and stared back at Dante, speaking in a surprised tone.
君、マフィアのカポにしては純粋すぎるよ。教国が再び裏切るとは思わないのかい？
その可能性はない。俺たちはすでに聖遺物の封印を解く方法を知っている。俺たちを裏切れば教国は聖遺物を、真実を危険にさらすことになる。教国はそこまでバカじゃないだろう。だからあれを今すぐ手にする必要はない。
正論だね。そもそも今回のようなことはめったに起こるものじゃないし、少なくとも君が生きて君の子孫に正しい継承を続けていく限りは安泰だと思っていい。
Emilio, does that mean...
今回の件はね、ダンテへの継承が正しく行われなかったことが原因の一つなんだ。ダンテは何のことか分かったようだね。そう、君の父、先代ファルツォーネ当主シルビオ・ファルツォーネは志半ばにして暗殺されてしまった。だから君は聖遺物の伝承について不完全な知識しか持ち得なかったんだ。
ああ、伝承の全てを教えられるのは俺がカポになるその日のはずだった。
ファルツォーネを快く思わない者にとってそれは格好の隙になったわけだ。本来そういった事態が起きないように動くのも使徒の役目なんだけど。
So, Orlok could have prevented all this from happening if he would have just sided with the Falzone and just stuck to protecting me and keeping, you know, the church's promise of protection for the Falzone family. Damn it.
今回の使徒オルロックもまた少しイレギュラーな立場だったからね。
No, don't talk about it like that. Orlok. Emilio's words reminded me of Orlok, who sacrificed himself to protect me. I didn't fully understand who he was, even after he appeared in front of me so many times. What were Orlok's duties? What did he have to bear as a disciple?
教会が特殊な訓練を積ませた戦士といえば君たちにも分かりやすいかな。オルロックはこの地で鍵の乙女を見守り、君たちもしくは生異物に問題が生じれば教国に報告する役目を負っていた。
He had tunnel vision, like he didn't think to extend that, observation to Dante, unfortunately. So if he worked alongside Dante, it wouldn't have been a big issue. Like he'd probably still be alive.
そして先ほども言ったように、本来であればダンテに対して彼の父が伝え損ねた情報のすべてを与えることも使徒の務めだった。
But he didn't for some reason?
そう、不運に不運が重なってしまった。オルロックを管轄していた人間こそ今回教国内で反ファルツォーネを強く標榜した人物だったんだ。
If you didn't cloud Orlok's mind, I'm pretty sure he would still be alive. I'm just so mad he went out like that. Oh, Yang. Oh, gosh. So that means Berlone was simply dragged into whatever politics were going on in the church?
言葉だけではない謝罪が必要だな。
Dante was obviously not happy hearing that. I could sense he was regaining himself again.
ずいぶん調子が戻ったね。それだけ話せればもう大丈夫だろう。表の掃除もそろそろ終わりそうだ。僕は今のうちにおいとましようかな。
Wait, Emilio. I hurriedly tried to hold him back as he turned around and walk away again. What will happen to Berlone?
ブルローネは何も変わらない。
Okay.
いや、ラオ州がなくなったわけだから多少は変わるのかな。
Yeah, I think it's a change for the better.
どちらにせよ、人の営みに大差はない。君が心配するようなことはないよ。
Can you tell me one last thing?
いいよ。ただし質問はこれが最後だ。
What? Come on, Amelia, don't be like that. His bright and starry eyes were fixed on me. Who are you? He said he was with the church, but it seemed he knew far more than anyone there. His youthful appearance was also deceiving, as he seemed to be instead a wise sage.
僕は
Emilio gave a gentle smile.
僕はファルツォーネの先祖がこの地に墓を築いた時、手を貸した者の末裔だ。
They did say, and by they I mean the game, they did say that his family is a clan that is very high ranking within the church, so I'm not surprised.
ファルツォーネはこの地で生異物を守護し、僕たちは教国内部から生異物を見守る役目を負っている。
その話、父から聞いたことがある。代々教国にはファルツォーネと協力関係にある一族が存在すると。
僕たちはあくまで見守ることが役割だ。本当はこんな風に自ら介入することを良しとされていない立場にある。けど今回は教国にも責任があるからね。見ていられなくて首を突っ込んでしまった。
He laughed, then closed one eye jokingly as if signaling something to us.
できれば僕の存在は秘匿しておいてくれるとありがたい。 じゃ
Ah,
あ
he looks adorable.
話はここで終わり。
That's adorable. How could I not? How could I, well, how could I, deny his request?
じゃあね、二人とも。僕はいつも君たちの星を見守っているよ。
Wait, I didn't have a chance to say farewell. He turned his back and walked away. What a mysterious person. Both of us were in awe at the oddly divine aura that he exhibited. We were still dazed at what happened and stood quietly in the ruins.
Dante!
Dante! Oh, that's him. Sorry. Nicola came running toward us, snapping back to reality.
ネズミの駆除は終わったぜ。ゆっくり休めたか、ダンテ。しかし、上等なコートも台無しだな。どうしてそんな血まみれにしたんだ？
Gil, not the time for this shit.
お前がもっと早く駆けつけていれば、俺のコートは助かったはずだ。
Dante responded a bit angrily at Gil's playful words. Hearing Dante's retort to Gil made Nicola sigh with relief.
ダンテ、よかった。君が生きていて。よくない。ニコラ、お前にはきっちり説明してもらうからな。
積もる話もあるだろうが、まずは医者だろう。お前の傷、ひどいもんだぜ、ダンテ。
しかし。
いや、続きはまた日を改めてからだ。俺だって話しておきたいこともある。
Gil lent his shoulder to Dante, and Nicola quietly helped prop up his other shoulder. By the time we stepped out of the ruins, the sky was painted crimson. Standing on the now silent hill, I could tell that the long battle had finally come to an end.
Capo! なんで起きてるんです？まだおとなしく寝てなくちゃダメですよ。
Excuse me.
いい。横になっていると体が鈍る。
You better lie down.
いや、全然良くないですって。あなたからも言ってください。
Leo's right, Dante. We don't want your wounds to open. I'll get you a cafe latte, so please stay on the sofa. Dante wasn't happy, but he listened, and quietly sat himself up on the sofa. Carlo was rubbing himself against Dante as if trying to console him. What happened felt like so long ago. I pondered while getting his coffee prepared. We came back to the Falzone Manor and had the doctor tend to Dante's wounds. The doctor was surprised that he was still alive after sustaining that kind of injury. Everything that happened, including what Emilio said, felt like a dream. Regardless, Dante was alive. That alone was proof that what happened inside the ruins was real. And why did the Visconti come to the ruins that day? It seemed that Dante made a deal with Gil back when I was abducted. The doctor was done with his examination. Dante explained to me why they suddenly appeared at the ruins.
あの取引で、俺はお前の身柄の代わりにファミリーの利権を差し出すと言った。
I remember that. It was burned into my memory because of how shocking it was.
しかしギルバートは俺の申し出を拒否して、その上で条件をつけてきた。
Was this after I left the room? What was his offer? Dante closed his eyes and took a breath before answering me.
もし ヴィスコンティにまで火の粉が降りかかるような事態になった時、ラオシュを倒すために2組織は手を組む、その協定を結びたいと。ラオシュ台頭以前、このブルローネの町はファルツォーネとヴィスコンティにより二分されていた。もともとファルツォーネから離反した組織とはいえ、ヴィスコンティと我々はうまく共存できていた。
Come to think of it, crimes did only seem to increase within the past few years. The Laoshu existed a while back, living along the back alleys of Berlin. But they were a very small group. Oh, excuse me. It was only when Yang joined that things changed.
ヴィスコンティが単独でラオシュを潰すより、ファルツォーネの動きに便乗した方がかかる労力は少ないからな。それにファルツォーネの利権を跳ねのけた時点で予想はできたことだが、あの男はブルローネを手に入れることに興味がないらしい。
Really?
自分はブルローネに収まる器ではない。だからこの町の既得権益など必要ないそうだ。
So I'm pretty sure the good ending, he's gonna take Dante up on that offer.
あの男は早死にするな。
Oh, stop it, Dante.
あの会合以降、俺たちの情報と行動はある程度ギルバートに共有していた。もちろん全てを話したわけじゃない。あくまで差し支えのない範囲で。だが
So that's why the Visconti came to the ruins that day? He did make the phone call, that sly dog. He did. Ah, comes full circle. That's probably what the phone call was about. You know, after we made love, he made sure to keep Gil in the loop. Dante took a sip of the cafe latte I made. He then frowned slightly. Girl, did you make that cafe latte bad?
リリー、
No. He must have noticed I didn't put the usual amount of sugar in it.
だんて、砂糖の過剰摂取は健康に悪いよ。
Hi, Nicola.
君は怪我人なんだから、こんな時くらい節制してもいいんじゃない？
あ、ニコラさん、お帰りなさい。
Nicola walked in nonchalantly, and Leo greeted him in as if nothing happened. Yeah, what? It's been a few days since the battle at the ruins. Nicola came to visit the Falzoni family to speak with Dante in private. After that, Nicola reached out to me saying he wanted to apologize.
君をヴィスコンティに差し出すことで、僕は全てを解決したかったんだ。
You had never truly betrayed Dante, had you? He was simply putting up a front to make it seem as though he betrayed the Falzoni.
それと、君に心から謝罪したい。
I suppose, Nicola, I suppose. Let me hear it. For my abduction.
君に対して優しくない態度をとってしまったことも。
That you weren't, but go ahead.
僕は意図的に君を傷つけ、追い込むような言葉を選んだ。
Yeah, you did.
鍵の乙女はファルツォーネの当主であるダンテをさらに危険にさらしてしまう存在だと思ったから。
Yeah, and you tried to kill me over it multiple times. In other routes, though, not this route. You were a good boy this route.
君が悪いわけじゃないのは分かっていたのに、僕はあえてひどいことをした。君だって運命に翻弄された側なのにね。
That's all right, Nicola. I'm just happy to see you come here to apologize.
リリアーナ。
I know and everyone knows how much you care about Dante and the entire family. Dante explained to the entire Falzone family that they were working with the wrong gang that they were working with the Visconti to defeat the Lao Shu. Therefore, he had Nicola fake a betrayal in order to infiltrate the Visconti, and that it was all necessary so that they could deceive Yang. That 5-head play, that pro gamer move. Most of the members didn't even know Nicola betrayed the family, which explained why none of them doubted Dante speaking out as the family boss. Well, some who knew about the betrayal were surprised at hearing the speech, like Leo. He came to accept it as fact, saying that it was top secret and then it couldn't be helped. That it can't.
ところで、ジュリアは今キッチンにいる？
Yes.
じゃあ何かお願いしてこようかな。もうお腹がペコペコなんだ。
You didn't eat at the Visconti's place?
うん。だってビスコンティの料理は僕の好みに合わないんだよね。
Oh no, that's not good. Nicola was working as Dante's right-hand man to help the family with Dante. Wow, Dante recovered. He was also acting as liaison with the Visconti, keeping him busy almost every day.
じゃあ俺も一緒に行きますよ。さっきから実は小腹が空いちゃって。
Well, I don't get Orlok to stay alive, but I mean there's Leo, so I'm happy for that.
あ、そうだ。レジーナ商店のおばさんがレオに顔を出してほしいって言っていたよ。
レジーナの？少し前に態度の悪い客を追っ払ってあげたからかな。
Oh, even though like he doesn't have a route, I still felt some sort of way. I was like, I know ain't no hussy calling for my cinnamon roll. I'm not ready for that. No. Nicola and Leo talked their way out of the kitchen like best friends. The Falzone family's reputation that had taken a hit was now starting to turn around, all thanks to the effort of everyone involved. Peace was returning to Berlone. All that tension that filled the town seems like it happened just yesterday. The Lao Shu were gone, and their absence brought a greater security to the town.
ラオ州の残した負の遺産はまだ残っているが、少しずつ改善に向かうだろう。
I hope you heal as soon as possible, Dante.
お前は本当に優しいな。
Oh, thank you. Do you think? He suddenly became quiet, pondering over something. After a moment of thinking, he looked at me and asked,
教会に帰るか？
Okay. Huh? That caught me off guard. Aren't you supposed to be healing? Dante continued to speak rather hesitantly.
遺跡から帰ってきて、ずっと俺の看病をしてくれたことには感謝している。
Yeah, maybe you can talk, I don't know, play with the kids while I get to talk with everybody else.
だが、脅威がなくなった今、本当はもう教会に帰りたいんじゃないかと。
I don't want to, I mean, go back to visit, but not to stay there. I want to be with you. What the hell? We went through all that only for me to go back to church and act like this was all a big figment of my imagination. I should go back. What, Lily? Excuse me. I let Sister Sophia know how things are now, but I haven't seen her for a while. I'm sure they're all waiting for me.
そうか。
Yeah, I suppose.
俺の傷もかなり癒えている。もう大丈夫だわ。だからお前はもう教会に。
I sandwiched his cheeks with my hands on both sides, then stared into his eyes. Aww. Kiss him. You would think it would be the opposite, like, not the opposite, but the vice versa of this. But go ahead, Lily. Get a little aggressive if you need to. His beautiful azure eyes flickered like the Adriatic, surprised by what was happening. Dante, do you remember what you told me? I thought you said you wanted me to be by your side. Or were you lying to me?
嘘じゃない。あれは俺の本心だ。
Well, why are you asking me if I want to go back to the church then? Okay, Lily.
それはもしかしたらお前はそう望んでいたんじゃないかと。
Fool, we are knee deep in a relationship. Why would I break that away? No.
もともとお前がファルツォーネに来たのは自ら望んでのことじゃない。あれは不可抗力だ。誰だって自分の生まれ育った環境をそう簡単には捨てられないだろ
う。Sure, the church is my home, but
お前が教会に帰ったからといって俺の気持ちが変わるわけじゃない。もうこれ以上お前のことを無理に縛り付けたくなかったんだ。
I looked deep into his eyes and gave him my honest reply. Thank you, Dante. Your concern makes me so happy. Then again, what you said made me feel like you were denying my feelings.
悪かった。お前がどう思っているのかちゃんと尋ねるべきだった。はっきり言葉にされることを恐れて勝手に答えを出そうとした。
Dante then looked at me seriously. His eyes locked on mine.
リリー、お前の望みを教えてくれ。教会に帰りたいか、それとも。
Lord, please don't let there be a damn choice. Not this late in the game. I smiled and responded, I want to be with you, Dante.
俺はマフィアのカポだ。今回は何とか生き残ったが、次はどうなるかわからない。お前を危険にさらすことだってあるかもしれない。それでも俺と一緒にいてくれるか？
Yes. Yes. Even if you are a mafia boss, even if I have to live a life of danger, I still want to be with you.
わかった。
Dante looked at me and accepted my words with resolve. He then let out a brief sigh.
改めて教会に行く必要ができたな。ソフィアにいろいろと話さなければ。
Yeah, that's true. Will you come too?
当然だ。シスター・ソフィアはお前の親のようなものだろ。
Yeah, she is.
改めて挨拶したい。これからのこと、俺たちのことをきちんと話そう。
Ooh. Thank you, Dante. I took my hands off Dante's face, knowing that his words were heartfelt and true. Everyone at church is going to be surprised. But the church was still precious to me in my home. But I want to be with Dante. I would never have expected back then to ever feel this way. But this feeling has grown to the point that was now my deepest desire.
一体何があったというんです。答えてください、エミリオ。突然ロズベルグ卿を処分するなんて、なぜあんなに敬虔な方を。
He was also the most foul.
あなたには説明責任があるでしょう。黙っていないできちんと話してください。
He ain't gotta explain himself to y'all. They can say what they please. I have no interest in their questioning.
彼らの地位では生物について知らされない。だから彼らには何も教えられることがない。
The priest began to yell louder, and soon their words became laced with anger. It was then that a voice admonished the priest in the room. The priest held their breath as the head of the church reprimanded them to be silent.
まったく権力も政治も面倒なだけだ。
I left the room and hurried out to the garden.
今夜の星は
The stars were silently drifting in the night sky. Their brilliance portended, the future of those for whom they were ordained.
あの子たちは勘違いしているかもしれないけれど、
The key maiden was not one who had been randomly chosen from the rabble. That person was, should I say, one who was bound to fate, to the Falzone's successor. Astrology guides us to find that person of destiny.
とはいえ星は気まぐれだ。ちょっとしたことでその巡りは大きく移ろってしまう。けれど真なる生物の鍵が対の男女だなんて面白いよね。銀の光と金の光か。まさにあの二人こそ生物に触れるにふさわしい人間だった。
I saw the color of their life's brilliance. I saw their coming of fate. I want to thank them for showing me their pride from the bottom of my heart.
長生きはしてみるものだね。
A few days later, Dante and I went to church.
シニョーレ・ファルツォーネ、どうかこの子のことをお願いします。
Sister Sophia was surprisingly open and positive about what we told her. Maybe she had some kind of sense that this was going to happen. But to everyone else at church, our story came from nowhere.
あなたがファルツォーネに？お姉ちゃん、もう帰ってこないの？そんな。
Miss Yaki.
いつ帰ってくるのかなって僕たち楽しみにしてたのに。
Laura's and Giovanni's shoulders drooped. John was glaring at Dante.
いくらファルツォーネのカポだってお姉ちゃんを泣かせたら許さないからな。
Calm down, John. Don't worry about me. I'll still be coming here. I'll help with the provision. It'll be just like before. Isn't that right, Dante?
ああ、お前がしたいように過ごすといい。
Dante gently smiled at me, despite only now hearing what I wanted to do.
ファルツォーネファミリーとしても今まで以上に教会の活動へ協力していこ
う。お姉ちゃんが教会に来れるならまあいいと思うけど。
Pretty much. I'm still gonna be here, John. Don't worry. Okay, if you say so.
リリー、あなたは小さな子供の頃からとても聞き分けがいい子でした。そのあなたがこうして自ら望むものを見つけてくれたのですから。 私はそんなあなたの願いをとても嬉しく思います。心から祝福しますよ。
Sister Sophia.
私も。
Oh, Elena. Elena jumped toward me and grabbed my hands. She then looked sternly into my eyes.
私も二人のことを祝福するわ。だって今のあなたはとっても輝いているんだもの。本当に大切なものを見つけたんだって伝わってくる。だから本当はやっぱり寂しいけど会えなくなるわけじゃないなら、私あなたを笑って送り出すわ。
Blessings from everyone warmed my heart. I smiled as I never had before, hearing all their heartfelt words. I may have been living the life without any real dreams of my own back then. I would simply wake up, work, eat, and sleep. But my daily life changed the day I began living with Dante. There were times where we collided, not understanding each other's feelings. I remember vividly how close to death we were back when we sought the relic. The days are far from normal, but we overcame our trials, and now we had a life that I so adored. I could think with Dante, be with Dante, as we decided our future. A future that held unlimited possibilities. A future that I appreciated from the bottom of my heart. Press start. Sorry, y'all. Kind of kills the moment. I'm sorry, Dante. Everyone just...
いや、いい。少し疲れたが、彼らもお前の家族だからな。
Dante was precious to me, and the children could probably sense that. They pestered and played with Dante until late in the evening. I could tell he was very tired. No doubt he hadn't played with the kids like this before.
どうして笑うんだ?
Why not? I'm just happy to see another side of you, Dante. Dante frowned as if he didn't want to show this other side to me, but hearing me chuckle brought a smile to his face.
屋敷に戻る前に聖堂へ寄ろう。構わないか?
You? Okay, I don't mind. Why, of course. We may as well go inside to say a prayer while we're here. Damn it, Sasha, read. The sunset was shining light into the church. No one else was around. The serenity and fantastical shimmering of the lights were beautiful beyond words. We walked toward the altar. Dante stopped at the front and then turned toward me. Then, huh? He took... Oh! He took my hand and got on one knee! Oh my God! Lily, get that ring, girl! Get them rocks! My heart was racing. Dante kissed my hand with the utmost reverence. His graceful demeanor was that of a storybook prince. The warmth from his lips sent a surge of heat through my fingertips. Dante? Surprised I spoke his name, but he didn't remove his lips from the back of my hand. Soon he lifted his head to look up at me. His warm breath tickled my hand as it left. Oh, look at that!
Liliana Adornato.
Let me shut up. He shook a little, but with a serious voice he spoke my name.
どうか聞いてほしい。お前のこと 初めはただ使命として守らなければならないと思っていた。ただそれだけなのだと。それ以上の特別な感情はそこにはないと。だがお前と同じ時間を過ごすうちに俺自身も俺の心も少しずつ変わり始めた。遠くから見つめているだけでは決してわからなかったことをお前は教えてくれた。
I couldn't take my eyes off him. We both looked at each other as I listened.
お前と接すると俺はいつも振り回されて冷徹なカポではいられなくなる。最初はもちろん戸惑った。だが不思議と今はそれも悪くないと思っている。
Dante's gentle and kind voice bore a hint of self-reproach at the thought.
笑顔を見るたびもっと笑ってほしくなる。お前を幸せにしたいと心から願う。リリー、どうかこれからもお前の心を、その思いを俺に与えてくれ。愛している。ずっと俺のそばにいてほしい。
Girl, you better say yes. I'm gonna come through that TV and slap you. I was speechless. All I could do was nod in response to his heartfelt confession. Yes, Dante. I love you too. Please allow me to stay by your side forever. Dante smiled like a young child hearing my reply.
愛している、リリー。心から。
His words ended with the toll of the church bell signaling the coming of the event in Berlone. We're getting a wedding! The conflict in this town drew to a close. A new age was to begin. The grand toll of the evening bell hearkened the coming of the night. So too did it toll for our beginning, a toll of blessing for our new future together. Hey, I try not to blow out your eardrums, but oh my god, when I read that line, oh, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna propose to her. Oh, it's so adorable. What a way to end this video, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my stars. Alright. So, this ending, Baba Booey, this ending. Okay, yes, I do like the whole, semantics of getting proposed to. I was so happy. Like, that's one of the best endings. Of course, because, like, come on now. What girl doesn't want to get married? That's what I wanted. That's what, at least for one of these dudes to do. I was kind of hoping that for Orlok, but hey, we got it from Dante. We got it from the poster boy. He doesn't, fuck around. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with Lily. So, yeah, a bittersweet, a reproach, because Orlok died miserably at that. Like, I can understand if he died, but no, he died really, really miserably. So I wasn't too sure if I got the good ending or the best ending. That has to be the best ending. That has to. Let's check really quick. Ain't no way. Like, if there's something better than that, let me know. Yeah, that was the best ending. Alright, so next video we will defo get the good ending, and then soon afterwards we will do the side stories, side story and the aftermaths of the good ending, or excuse me, the best ending and then the bad ending. And that will be Dante's route completed, y'all. Oh my god, I'm actually excited for the aftermath of the best ending, seeing where that starts or continues on. And then I'm also kind of scared for the bad ending aftermath, but we gotta go through it. We are a 100% playthrough for this game, so I'm not backing down at this point, y'all. We have to do it. We have to get the 100%, all choices, all everything. Before, oh, you know what? I'm like screeching, but hold on. No, there was no choices. No, there was, yeah, okay. There was no choices. So no alternate choices before we cut off. That's good. But yeah, y'all, that was the best ending for Dante. And like, come on now. I hope, what's his face? Ooh, that's a tough act to beat, y'all. That is a tough act to beat for the best ending. Yeah, but I'm proud of my boy Dante. Very, very good that he did that. He took her off the market. That's what you're supposed to do. If you like it, then put a ring on it. I ain't seen no ring, but he did the motion, whatever. Like, but yeah, y'all. All right, I done got hype. It's 11 o'clock, so I need to calm down. Go to sleep, and then continue on with my playthrough. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you think for Dante's best ending. Bittersweet, but more on the sweet side. But yeah, that was loopy as hell, if anything, as well. But I don't mean that in a overly negative fashion. I just mean that like loopy, like it took us here and there and up and down and this extreme and that extreme, that sort of deal. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping on by. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I will see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy.